Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today, we're talking hats. That's right. I had to pull this picture because it still makes me laugh. We are going to be talking Meghan Markle's worst hats. Now, I did kind of touch on this in the Messy video. So if you haven't seen Messy, one of my all-time faves, definitely go back and watch that. But I had so many requests to break down some of her worst hats. The other disclaimer I'll give is, I love to include the prices of things. Hats are tricky because a lot of times they were listed as bespoke, which is translation expensive, and then they wouldn't give a price. So I only have a couple prices. We'll talk about the ones we have because they are ridiculous. It doesn't matter. I just want to talk about like the look and who designed it and what she wore it to, that sort of thing. So without further ado, let's talk hats. So in no particular order, here we go. This one I just had to dive into first, and we have a lot of bad ones coming, but it's the Kermit look. It's the Kermit hat. It's not easy being green. Look at me. Look at this facial expression she's making. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Let me try that again. Look at me. Here's a closer look of what's going on. So this was the 2020 Commonwealth Day, and don't worry, I'm making a separate video because I always get comments. She wore green to be an a-hole when she wasn't supposed to this event. Same thing with Catherine, baby Louis, Prince Louis. What is it called? The photo call. She wore olive when she wasn't supposed to. So any other examples like that, will you list those below? Because I'm trying to compile that now, and it's hard to Google that. So just let me know if you can think of one off the top of your head. Okay, back to the stupid hat. You guys, there's that stupid strapless bra that she can't leave home without, even though there's no need for it. I always get comments in the strap when I talk about the strapless bra. Well, she's wearing a wide boat neck. Okay, fine. Maybe a case can be made for that. What's the excuse here? It looks awful. It doesn't fit her right. It's her foundation garments on top, no, not on top, with this wrinkled mess on top of it. It's just messy. Okay, I feel like I'm having a stroke. All right, so this was the 2020 Commonwealth Day. This hat is by William Chambers. And again, hats pricing are tricky. From what I could find from my Google machine, it costs around $1,686 for this. Isn't that awful? Here it is from another angle, looking like a vagina. And again, when I talk about these hats, I'm not making fun of the designers. Maybe it'll look good on somebody. I just hated this look so much on her. I don't know. I don't love this hat, truly. I really don't. Now, if you recall, I touched on this in the Meghan Dresses Like Diana video. This is her cosplaying Diana. Here's the original look. Here's Meghan's whatever this is look. There you go. It's not easy being green. I love saying that. Because credit where credit is due, H.G. Tudor, who I love, called her Kermit Goes to Church in this outfit. And it's perfection. That's exactly what it is. And then she's making this look at me face. I mean, I can't help it. It's just, and then it's not easy being green. Like, it's so hard for me. All of her interviews that she gives, it's perfect. It all makes sense. She's Kermit. All right, should we move on and talk about this monstrosity? So every hat I give a nickname to in my notes so that way I can keep them straight. This is, I call this the black chopsticks hat because it looks like she taped chopsticks to the side of it so that way she wouldn't lose them. See, she put her napkin on her head and put her chopsticks right there just so she wouldn't lose them. But this is the 2018 Royal Ascot black and white hat. It is by Philip Tracy. This one is said to have cost approximately $916. You guys, I hate this hat so much. But once again, if you look at her facial expression and poses, she sure thinks she looks great. Now, if you want to see more about this, I did include this in the worst dressed photos. I hate this dress she's wearing. It's a wrinkled mess. If you pan all the way out, it's very expensive wrinkled mess. But the hat just, I don't know. If you were going for a black and white theme, I love a black and white theme. Like, put a chic black hat with it or something. Just not this mess. All right. This one I just listed as garden party, but I've had a lot of you comment and say it looks like a flying saucer. I'll accept that. So this is the garden party where she lost her damn mind. Well, I think she had already lost her damn mind, but it showed. This was right after they got married, and allegedly she got thrown out and was acting nuts. Let's go from awful behavior to awful hat. This was, like I say, 2018. She wore it. It's by Philip Tracy. How much does this hat cost? Well, I'll tell you. You ready? Get ready. $2,719. Why? Why is it so much? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I guess on somebody else it would be fine, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot to it. I don't understand. I don't understand hats. Help me, British people. What's going on? Why is it so much? Why is it that cost? Now, dishonorable mention is this one. I actually, for a little while, thought they're the same hat, but the more I look at it, no, it's different. It's very similar. This one seems to be a little bit more blush colored, and the way it curves up is just a hair different. So, of course, she needed this one too. This was 2018, Trooping the Color. Famously, it is the South Park episode outfit and hat. So this is a Philip Tracy. This one is said to have cost $1,308. You guys, how do you spend $1,300 on a hat? I don't understand it. Okay, without further ado, I had to talk about this one. We still have lots to go over, but I had to dive into the poop hat. You guys, I called it before the poop emoji hat, but I also pointed out that it seemed to have a chocolate curl glued to the side of it. I don't understand this hat. This hat was worn in 2017, and of all things, she wore it to Christmas. This is her Christmas look, her Christmassy look. I would like to remind you that Catherine wore a beautiful plaid coat dress and beautiful hat, and this is what Meghan decided to wear. She was really making an effort, huh? Poop emoji hat was by Philip Tracy, and when I tried to get into the price, it just said bespoke, which I'm reading as very expensive. But since we're talking about the stupid poop emoji hat, when I was Googling it, I found these comments. Why are none of the royal reporters mentioning Meghan Markle's nutty hat? Asked one. Is Meghan Markle's hat sponsored by Thornton's Chalks? Asked another. A third remarked, possibly the ugliest hat I've ever seen. I'm going to have to agree with you there. Believe me, we have more doozies coming up, but I don't understand this. What look are you going for? It looks like there's a tumor on your head. It looks like you're hiding some horrible injury. It's awful. And I hate the color personally, but I know some people like it. I can overlook that. It's the shape of it that does it for me. It's terrible. All right, you know I had to do it. We have to talk about the Nurse Ratchet Hat. You guys, every time I post a picture of her in this hat, I get so many funny comments. Let me show it to you front on. Hold on. Look how proud of herself she is in this hat. I don't understand this hat. I mean, it's a pillbox hat. She wore it to the 2019 Commonwealth Day service. It's a Jane Taylor pillbox hat, which seems like it was very special when I was Googling it. I'm just not familiar with hats. We're American. We don't really wear them except for in the sun. But I just can't get over how stupid it looks. And part of it is the big white part in the middle of her head that's distracting, I think, and her goofy smile, but it's just so bad. Side note, speaking of smile, I cropped this one in so you could really focus on how bad the hat is. But do you know what she's smiling at here? Come on, you know this photo. She's smiling at William. That's right. Looking around her doofus husband to check out William. Interesting that she's not rocking the spray tan here. Also interesting, she looks a lot like Doria here. All right, this hat I just call Feathers. But it also reminds me of the Hunger Games a little bit, because maybe I'm making that up, didn't she stick feathers to something? I don't know. It's my Hunger Games hat. I've had some of you guys say it looks like scissors attached to her hat. I have a different hat where I see scissors, but again, I welcome all analogies here because I love it. This was worn in 2018 to Christmas. I'm never going to be able to say this name right. It's by Awon, A-W-O-N, Golding, who designed this hat. What are our thoughts on this? Again, I don't know. It looks like you took a beret and made an arts and crafts project with it. I'm sure it cost a piss ton, but it's awful. I hate this look so much. All right. It was very much a look at me day on this one. Remember, this was 2018. This is Eugenie's wedding. She wore a Noel Stewart hat. Okay, so remember the annoying thing about this. She was claiming to be pregnant. I'll leave that there. And decided to announce it at Eugenie's wedding because she's so that person. I would like to remind everybody what I've said in the past, which is imagine if it was the other way around and Eugenie did that on her wedding day. Heads would have rolled. I don't understand. I'm going to go off on a side tangent. Maybe one of you guys can fill me in. I haven't really followed up on the Eugenie of it all. Why is Eugenie still friends with them? I know she and Harry have always been close, but I just wonder after the antics like this, how do you stay friends with them? All right, but back to the hat. Again, it's Noel Stewart. I wish I had a price on this. I don't. It was just listed as bespoke. But to me, it looks like riding a roller coaster and your hair gets blown all which way, you know what I mean? It gets blown all back. And they snap that photo when you're not expecting it and your hair looks like that. That's all I can think of. I should call it the roller coaster hat. But again, smug smile, feeling good about herself in it, roller coaster hat. All right, shall we move on to the ceiling fan hat? That's right. This one was worn in 2018 to the RAF 100th anniversary. It was designed by Stephen Jones, again, bespoke, meaning no price listed. But yeah, I hate this so much. Look how smug Meghan is. And I love that the Queen had her number. I'll just say that. But yeah, here's the ceiling fan hat that I often refer to that I hate so much. And I've had some comments saying you don't hate the hat. Fair enough. I've said before, I don't mind an interesting hat. I understand the occasion and the purpose, but I don't know. I just think it fell flat here. Ceiling fan hat. All right, let's go to Prince Louis. I believe it was his christening, his photo call. Maybe all the above. I am working on a side video, as I mentioned earlier. So if you can think of any other occasions like this where she was supposed to wear a certain color and, you know, she's Cartman, I do what I want. And did her own thing because she's rude and would never follow anybody else's anything and only put herself first. But anyway, if you can think of any more examples like that, please let me know in the comments because it would make that video come together much easier for me. I'm struggling. I got these two examples. What else you got? All right. So this olive frisbee hat was worn again 2018 Prince Louis' christening. This was designed by Stephen Jones. And I don't know. I know some people are into olive. I personally am not. Whatever. That doesn't matter. I think, I don't know. It's just not an interesting hat. There's nothing to it. It's very flat. There's not much going on. I don't know that it adds to the outfit at all. Okay, this one I call her photoshopped hat because to me, it's just so weirdly placed on her head that it looks like somebody has added it on in Photoshop. Clever, huh? But it reminds me of one of those hats with the spinners on it. You know what I mean? Like it should be rainbow colored. But she wore it nonetheless, 2018 Remembrance Day. I don't even have the designer on this. I've tried to look it up. It just says velvet spinner hat. I don't know what they call it. But anyway, I think it's all wrong. I think because the jacket, I guess it is, she's wearing there, it just emphasizes her shoulders. So she looks very broad-shouldered and appears to have a teeny tiny head with a photoshopped hat on. To me, it looks like a little kid playing dress up where they look, you know what I mean? They look a little disheveled and like they haven't put the parts on right. All right, we got two more. We got this fascinator, and I have a secret hat coming up next that I didn't even know about until I was putting together this list. But let's talk fascinator for a second. You guys, this outfit, I've talked about it a million times. I did the review of how expensive it was, and now I've already forgotten. It was in the ballpark of like $5,000 for this stupid, ill-fitting dress. You guys, this is the toilet paper fascinator, where it literally looks like she just piled toilet paper on the side of her head, and she looks really happy to be there. This is a 2016 wedding that she wore this to, and here's something funny that I learned when researching for this video. I looked into it thinking, oh my God, she's probably spent $10,000 for the stupid toilet paper fascinator. No. Quite the opposite, actually. She went to Marks & Spencer and got a $54 fascinator. Since when has she ever been that frugal? It's more about the messy to me. I just think she was giving a I don't give a fuck look. I'm not sure, just a messy theme, and that seems to be where she's landed. All right, I'm leaving this picture up for the suspense. I found a surprise hat when I was researching. You guys, how did I not know about this stupid thing? I remember seeing the pictures where she was shushing some kids on the balcony. So to set it up, this was 2022, Trooping the Colors. She was not on the balcony this year. She was just behind the scenes there, but the pictures are blurry because they had to use, I guess, long range photography or whatever to get it. So that's why they look like this. This is just the only pictures I could find online of this stupid thing. But I was just kind of blown away because I hadn't seen this before. I just wrote down huge stupid hat. 2022 Trooping the Color Stephen Jones. Shall we? Oh my God, what is this? You guys, what is this? What am I looking at? This is horrendous. This is the clearest photo I could find of the darn thing, so you could really see it. I have other angles. Let me show you. But this is the most clear shot that I could find of it. I just wrote big stupid hat because I couldn't think of what it reminds me of. It looks like a tambourine sitting on a placemat. I'm not really sure, with a big dumb bow off the side of it. But what is this? Is this a, hey, I know I'm not going to be on the balcony, but I sure want attention on me hat? Look at me. From way back, far away lens hat? I'm not sure, but here it is up close. One more clear picture. There's a big stupid bow on the side of it. How do you fit through a door like that? Were you aware of the existence of this thing? How could you hold out on me and not tell me? I thought we were friends. Now pour me a cup of tea and talk to me for 14 hours about this stupid hat. What am I looking at? Seriously, all I can think of is it's an attention grab and, again, a way for a photographer. She knew she wasn't going to be on the balcony, so she wanted the photographer to be able to spot her from a million miles away. Congratulations. I guess you've achieved that. And I couldn't make a video talking about things on her head and not show these photos. You're welcome. You guys, every time I crack up. This is her pretending to cry on the floor in the Netflix special. I've shown it a million times because it's one. I have a couple go-to photos. You'll notice it's kind of my wink and nod to you, my cheersing to you that I'm doing with the photo. So I hope you're picking up on that. I know you are, but I'm just saying, like, these are my nods to you. So here's my nod to you in this horrible hat where she's pretending to cry and not claiming no makeup, but yet you can't see the freckles and clearly the orange has worn off. So I don't know what she's going for here. Sympathy, I suppose, looks more sickly, I would say. I'm not sure. But again, pretending to cry, but then kind of comes across as laughing in the other picture. But anyway, so that's it for the hats and headpieces video. So many requests for this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't checked out the other videos I made on the fashion and the worst looks, definitely go check those out, as well as messy, because I love that. Guys, thanks so much for being here. Do help me with my lists. Let me know what you want to see, what compilations. And also, if you can think of another time she broke protocol on purpose. I mean, that's a huge list. But I mean, like with her outfit choices, that would really help me out. But guys, thank you for everything. Just a reminder, we will be at Coronation. It's coming up soon. What, like 2 weeks? Holy crap. We will be there. We will be reporting from it. I have no idea how it's going to work yet. We're going to figure it out as we go. I will post as many videos as I can from there. So the schedule's going to get a little weird, but again, that's 2 weeks away, so I'll worry about it then. I'll make more announcements as it gets close. Also, if you're still hanging on, clearly you're a friend of mine. Thank you for that. If you're in the London area and feel like take pictures or recording any of the coronation stuff that you see, I might try to put together like a compilation because I can only be so many places. And I know you guys will see some really cool things of parties going on and stuff. I welcome that. I can definitely, put your name on the screen and say, hey, so-and-so gave me this video. Check this out. That kind of thing. I'm, definitely give credit where credit's due. I just thought it would add to the coverage to show different parties happening, different things that you see that are cool that are dedicated to coronation. Anyway, we'll spitball that. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you have the best day, and I will talk to you very soon. So check back. You know, I put out videos every 15 minutes. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye.